All right, guys, I know I just made a video not too long ago about 9mm versus actual organs. By the way, viewer discretion is advised. You're gonna see some blood again. Viewer discretion is advised, 18 and older. Okay, so what I've got there, I want to say it's a liver. I believe that's the liver. Okay, that is a deer liver out of a doe. And I'm actually gonna hit it with 5.56 out of an 11.5-inch barrel from about 7 to 10 foot, because I don't want to get splattered. This is for educational purposes only. I acquired this legally, and I just want to show what a standard 55 grain FMJ does to soft tissue, even out of an 11.5-inch barrel. So without further ado, let's make this a short video. All right, check it out. Try and find a way to grab it without touching it. So I just nicked it. Now, yes, it's of about 10 foot or so, but 11-inch barrel 5.56. And that just goes to show you why that 5.56 is such a nasty round. It's not a big bullet. It only weighs 55 grains. It's half of what most 9mm FMJs weigh, but it's the speed. Even out of this 11.5-inch barrel, they're going around 25 to 2,700 feet per second, depending on how hot loaded the ammo is. And that's nasty. You saw last night, you can see where it went in one side and blew out the other side. Now, there's more devastating rounds like the Hornady 77 grain boat tail hollow point, but that's just a 55 grain. So don't let anyone tell you out of an 11-inch barrel that thing's not going to do anything but poke holes, because it's got such velocity to it still. Anything within 25 to 50 yards, it's going to really create a cavity. And in a case like this, with an organ or something like that, those can't really expand much without tearing apart and ripping, like a liver right here. And that's exactly what happened. That thing just blew apart. So now you know. Want to know what's the best self-defense round to use inside my house, and which one's going to suppress the best, and should I go supersonic? Should I go subsonic? I want to know what's the best round for deer hunting. I want to know how I could put that animal down as fast as possible without destroying the meat, but really making sure that animal doesn't have to suffer. So I think it's key information. And you know what? You don't have to be sick to want to know those things. So I suggest you try it. If you're curious what it does and you're genuinely curious, do it yourself. Test your ammo, see how your ammo is going to perform. And there's a lot of times where we get this idea, oh, this round's going to perform great. I thought the 220 grain hollow tip was going to perform phenomenally, and I was going to use it as a suppressed hunting round this year. And I realized it's a hole puncher. That thing, you're lucky if you get it to tumble, maybe if you hit a bone or something, but if not, that is a hole puncher. And that's 1,000 feet per second, 220 grain, 30 cal. And my 9mm hollow points perform significantly better than that 220 grain 300 blackout. But the 300 blackout 110 grain VMAX is absolutely destructive. So reasons like that is why I like testing on real tissue what these rounds do, so I know what to expect. I want to know that I can produce a really good blood trail if that animal is going to run away. And I also want to know, again, if someone's going to kick in my door and intend to do harm to my family, I want to know the fastest way to stop the threat. Instead of just poking holes that could potentially go through drywall and hurt people behind the walls, I want to know that it's going to have a kinetic dump in my target and put the aggressor down as fast as possible. So that's why I do the things that I do. That's why I test them the way that I do. Anyways, without anything else to say, I appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a happy Turkey Day. Enjoy.